All right, folks, you are watching me right now. I got to duck out so we can start the show. 1 second.
This is a presentation of Northeast Streaming Sports.
All right, everybody, how you doing? Captain Jack here. It is Sunday night, a little bit after 9 Eastern. Uh, it's been a busy Sunday, and we got a lot going on. I gotta admit though, I have some house guests coming into my house next Saturday, and I'll tell you who they are. I'll tell you who they are. Um, my friend Hollywood Raider and his wife coming in, Loretta coming down to my house. They're coming over in Tampa next weekend, and I get a chance to hang out with them on Saturday. So I had to do a little bit of cleaning up the room. It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday, and yeah, there's sports galore. There's golf. There's March Madness. There was hockey. I did watch some hockey today because I was out at a restaurant, and my buddy Jimmy Farrell was like, dude, well, the dude was implied, but it was, hey, Flyers taking on the Islanders on now. And I was at a restaurant called Bubba's 33. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of it, but oh, excuse me. Woo! And no, I don't smoke, but I was like a bad smoker's hack. Um, yeah, Gabe, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So I'm watching, and they got all the March Madness games on. They got a lacrosse game on. And I went over to my waiter and I said, hey, any chance I can watch some hockey? And he looked at me like I just, like I had, 6 ears or something. And I know he couldn't see my 2 ears because my hair was like this. Okay. So he didn't even see any of the ears, but he looked at me like I was just abnormal. and I wanted to watch the Flyers game. And I did get home, had my late lunch, went home, watched the third period, and I know that the Jimmy Farrell will probably call in a little later because the Flyers beat the Islanders 2-1, which is great for me, not good for Jimmy Farrell because yeah, I know. Exactly, Gabe. I gotta give this response. The waiter must have thought it was normal to watch lacrosse. And it was women's lacrosse. I'm not saying that that's bad, but I'm just saying it was women's lacrosse. Jeffrey Paul, my favorite comedian of all time, not named George Carlin. Thank you for being here, Jeffrey. Good to see you. Jeffrey Paul, make sure you check him out. He is a renowned comedian. He's been on the show a couple different times. Head over, Jeffrey Paul, watch him, get on his website. Great comedian. He's been on the show once or twice, and hopefully he'll be on again. Jeffrey, if you can't, head on over to YouTube. So again, we have March Madness. We had, obviously NFL and Major League Baseball free agency going on right now. So that's other things going on, and so there's a lot of things going on. Hey, Cool Kev, thank you for being here. I got to say this again. You are watching on Roku TV, so we got to watch our language. If you're on Instagram, and I'm pointing right at Instagram right now, my camera that's on Instagram, head on over to YouTube so that we can get all of that. I mean, it's not that I can handle two screens at once, although my other screen is not on. I hope you guys notice I did get my audio working where you can hear the speakers, the Bose speakers. So at least that's fixed tonight. The bad thing is that normally I would be able to have my earphones on and then I would have out of the soundboard, but that's not working. So I actually have to have it's working, but it's not. So it's like, what can you do, right? What can you do? Jonathan Taylor, thank you for being here. I would like to have when I have the folks in, if we have who are my winners? I know I had my winners up here. Crap. Oh, okay, yeah. Vince V Dub, if V Dub can give me his address, Mario, Super Mario, I need your address. I got things to give out. I got things to give out. The prizes that y'all have won. Remember, every time you submit a $5 donation on YouTube, or and I can show this on the banners as well. Every time you submit a $5 donation on YouTube, or if you do it via Super Chat or Super Sticker, that's the YouTube, or via Cash App, that's $5 on Cash App to $ Captain Jack Rackham, or $5 via friends and family on PayPal to Big Raider J at Yahoo. I actually prefer the Cash App and the PayPal because I get all that money. Okay. And, if you're going to have a donation, I appreciate that. You do get an entry into the treasure chest of prizes. And that is that all of that stuff that's behind me, plus some other things. I actually went into the garage and was cleaning up some of the things in the garage. There are other things I got to add to it. I got to actually take out. I had a collection of masks because I bought these a while ago. They were like a collection, like 3 Raider masks for COVID. 3 Raider masks for COVID. I'm sure that y'all don't want them. Maybe I'll give it out as like as an addendum prize one of these days. I will say, if you like what you're listening to, please subscribe, please share, please subscribe. Push this out. I am on my my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, and I just added that tonight. And I'm like, okay, if you're on that, I appreciate you. If you're on Facebook, whether it's the Captain Jack page or my personal Facebook page, or I have like a couple of different group pages, please head on over to YouTube, because this way I can actually see all of the responses. Okay. So again, every time you give a $5 donation, you get an entry into the treasure chest of prizes. Okay. And I like to give out prizes. Again, share, like, comment, and I'm gonna put the oh yeah, one other thing I got to do. I got to actually put on my YouTube page because just in case I get some bots, yeah, I can take care of the bots. So let's do that. Yeah, this is live. So again, we got lots of things going on. Oh man, we only got 10 people watching. What a bitch. Oh well. Hey, it's not that I get upset at that, but I wish we had more. That's why I said if you like what you see, please like and share. Crew Joe, what's up? What's up with you as well? Jeff Arguello's in the house. Pyro's in the house as well. Thank you. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Looks like we got 18 watchers, but only 10 are on YouTube. That's why I said it's easier for me to watch what's going on. And again, the numbers don't even suggest what we have on Instagram. Just When Baby's over there on Instagram. Thank you there, Just When Baby. Please head over to YouTube. Please head over to YouTube. If you're watching on Instagram, please head over to YouTube. Samoan Raider was over there. Chris Lentz was over there. And Lazarus 8 was over there. Keek the Sneak was there. So we do have some folks who are on YouTube, or sorry, Instagram. Please go to YouTube and hit the like button. Thank you, Pyro. I don't say that enough. Hit the like, share, like, comment. Yeah, you must be. There you go. And Vicky said that you must be on the YouTube crew. And again, every time that you give a $5 donation, you get a entry into the treasure chest of prizes. Okay. Oh, you can actually see the bottom side of the table. Let's move this. Yeah, there you go. Not so much there. That's a better shot anyway. Not It's a little messy under there too. I was wondering the same. Can we curse? No, not tonight. Not tonight. I will have an uncensored sometime soon. I will have a unsigned uncensored show soon. Again, if you're on Facebook, thank you for being on Facebook. If you're on Instagram, you're just watching me, head on over to the YouTube. Be a part of the YouTube crew. Vicky or with a $5 donation. Thank you there, Vicky. So Vicky will have one of the new entries into the treasure chest of prizes. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow. What? Let's like this. Yeah. Hey, Gabe. Thank you for that. Let's like it up. Now, who was talking about? Because it was there. I got two Gabes. There's New York Gabe, and then there. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So is this New York Gabe? I need a Philly sports or watch lacrosse. I must have seen him at a lacrosse. Yeah, actually, the Philly Wings, and I like their colors because it's silver and black. So the Philly lacrosse team, and obviously I got lots of love from my Philly sports guy as well, is he goes to all the Philly events. So he's not a fair weathered. He might be foul at times because he is from Philly, so he does get pissed off about his sports team. But he's not a fair weathered fan. He's definitely a fan that keeps with his teams. I'm getting better day by day. It's a process, as I say, and I appreciate being here because it makes me want to go out and do things. I am going to be out there for the draft. I am saying that. So if you have any inclination, head on over to Vegas for the draft. You guys are doing movie quotes. I was actually I watched on YouTube when I was at work one time, and they had a compendium. It was like a two and a half hour edition for was it Quentin Tarantino, and I was enjoying the hell out of that because it started with when he was just a oh, I got a call already. Hang on a second. Who's calling me up? Oh, holy crap. Holy shnikes. Raider G. Wait a second. Let me get this. Got that. I got
RDR Gamaldini.
Hey, I got Raider G in the house. How you doing, G? What's going on with you tonight, brother?
Whack 'em, crack 'em, stack 'em. He has the number one Raiders podcast in all of YouTube. He is the man, the myth, the legend, Captain Jack.
You know, I tell you, I love Raider G because if there's somebody that can make me feel good inside when I've been not as effervescent, I know that's a big word. Uh, if there's somebody that can make me feel good, it's Raider G. And thank you for giving me that for that. How you doing, man? It's been a while, been a minute.
I'm doing fine, sir. And yes, it has. And I want to apologize beforehand for not calling in as much as I have.
No,
But duty calls, my friend. And thank you for that introduction. I'm glad that I can make you feel good because for so many years, Captain, you have made all of us feel good. So it's the least that we can do is to call in and to support you, brother. Love you, man.
love you as well, man. I said, and I got my brothers out there. I got Raiderettes like Vicky Ginn, Vicky Orr, whatever last name she wants to go by tonight. I got Carrie Walton. I love Carrie Walton. On Facebook, I had Veronica, my 49er lady. Love Veronica. She's a sweetheart. So I love the support that I get from the Raiderettes as well. And well, Veronica's not a Raiderette, but she is a member of the V Club. There's Vicky and Veronica and Valerie. You know, a lot of the V gals. And
Yeah.
Velvet's one too. So I don't want to forget Velvet. And again, I have I actually I actually am starting to get and I wanted to put it out on Facebook. I don't think I put it out yet, but I wanted there's some possible shirts that might be made up, and if when I get the designs out, then maybe I'll have people looking in for like shirt designs, and you can put Captain Jack across your chest and whatnot as well. Like I said, the one person I can't who was it? Damn it! I have the Captain Jack beanies. Did you see the Captain Jack beanies? That's pretty
Yeah,
sharp. That's pretty sharp. I got to send the Captain Jack patch to the ladies. These are hand knitted beanies with the Captain Jack patch on it. So I got to send them the patches, and so I also got to get the address for, like I said, Vince has got to give me his address, and Super Mario's got to give me his address because I got to get the prizes to him. I got to send the patches out. Oh God, who the hell has the beanie? I'll know it when I see it. I know it. I know who has the beanie. I just got to get that address. So I will put this out this week, and I will get those. And I apologize. Like I said, a lot on the mind, and I'm just starting to get back into the swing of things. But gee, I got to ask you, Matt, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on what you? I mean, first off, and Carrie, thank you as well. And Carrie said she'd wear it. Wow, Carrie, I appreciate that. Anybody that wears an item of mine, I definitely appreciate that. If ladies wear anything with me, that means I'm on their chest. It's true. It's true. If
that's where you should be.
I appreciate being as many chests as possible, men or
Yeah.
or women. But women, it's nicer. That's
Yeah,
just the way it
exactly.
is.
Yeah,
That's it.
you're never too old to be birthed, Captain.
Yeah, that's it. And you know what? As small and insignificant and diminutive as I have been feeling recently, I'm trying to feel better. Hey, and I tell you, and I got to give my shout. Debbie Phillips is a wonderful lady. She's my Steeler gal. Love Deb, and she's a nurse. She likes to make sure that I'm doing okay, and so I got to give love to Deb. So it's not just Raiderettes as well, but I love to see everybody out there that's been supportive of me. So I got, like I said, I will put this information up on Facebook. Again, if you're watching on Facebook, please head on over to YouTube. Please head on over to YouTube. We have 17's on YouTube. That's good. It's one of these days. I tell you, I was watching Hammer. Hammer had like 300 people watching at once, and I'm like,
Hammer,
wow.
MC Hammer?
No, not MC Hammer. It's Hammer. Hammer's house, who has a very awesome YouTube channel. Make sure you go to the Hammer's house on YouTube. He's got a lot of great content as well. But I'm like, wow, 300 people. I've never had 300 people at once. So I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know how to do that. Yeah, Crujo, it does. And for a wonderful lady like I know what Carrie is stacked, and so is Deborah, and so is Veronica. So yeah, the captain on the chest accentuates the rack. It does. It does. So we got to have that. But I know getting back, I you know me, man. I'm gonna get back into the. I do those swerves and weaves. I get on a thought and I go off the tangent. I got to ask, what were your thoughts when you saw and heard that the Raiders had signed, Davante Adams on day 3? Well, actually traded for him, and all these people were bitching and moaning and groaning about, oh my God, the Raiders ain't doing anything. And then again, in case you missed it, and by the way, Stephon Gilmore is not signed yet. Tyrann Mathieu is not signed yet, but I still foresee either Gilmore or Mathieu or a right tackle to be the next person signed. Before I ask you there, G, I got to ask. Alex Barr's offensive line. We got Bolden and Johnson in the backfield, running back and fullback. Obviously, Davante Adams traded, but Mac Hollins at wide receiver. Bilal Nichols and Billings were the two big boys in the middle for defense. Chandler Jones picked him up. He'll be off the edge. Anthony, I still haven't seen if Anthony Averett has been signed or not. I haven't seen that official, but I know we traded for Rock Ya-Sin and Darius Phillips. I'm waiting on the official signing of Anthony Averett because I want him as well. Okay. And Gabe was talking about James Bradbury. No, we were going to give you a 6th, and the Giants said no. They want a 5th. No. We'll give you a 6th, Gabe, and that's New York Gabe, the young man who definitely knows about his Giants. And I would love to have him, and he definitely knows the system playing in that Graham system. I'd love to have him, but you know what? We got to stick to our grounds. We said a 6. Now again, question. I'm sorry, G, and apologies. You know me, man.
This is your show, not
no. But it's like I trust me. I don't like listening to myself all the time. What were your thoughts when all of these people were signed and and they were bitching about how the Broncos, and I'll be kind of calling the Broncos, normally it's the Donkeys. The Broncos signed Russell Wilson, and Allen Robinson went to the Rams. Everybody's poo-pooing that. And then of course, the Donkeys made things, and then 50 who goes to the Chargers and all of that stuff. So what were your thoughts finally when we got all of the right? Oh, Averett signed already. Was it with us? I haven't seen the work on that there, Matthew 72007. And by the way, if you see him, Matthew is a member of the channel. Make sure you push join, and for $5 or for $10, you can be a member of the channel. And I like that. So yeah, what were your thoughts?
My thoughts on all of it. I really did like a lot of the acquisitions that we got. I like the Davante Adams, but I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yes.
I've been a Raider fan for over 40 years, Captain. And, I remember back in 2005 when we first got Randy Moss, who at that time was the best wide receiver in the league. He was only in the league for 7 years. And I remember telling my brother in D.C., you know what, the NFL should just go ahead and skip the 2005 season and just give the Raiders the Super Bowl ring, because there's no way, no one is going to stop Randy Moss in the arm of Kerry Collins.
Ooh.
Kerry Collins he used to play for the Giants. He played in that 2000 Super Bowl against the Ravens defense. So I'm like, you know what, it's going to be magical. In 2005, it was a disaster.
Yeah.
Not saying that that's going to happen between Carr and Davante Adams, but I've been a Raider fan for too long. and I just don't get too emotional off of a lot of free agent signings. So I just want to see I just want to see some results. That's it. And a lot of people, I'm a big USC fan, Captain,
Yes.
and a lot of people like to say, well, him and Derek Carr played together at Fresno State. Well, when Fresno State and USC played in the Vegas Bowl, which was actually a couple of months before Derek Carr and Devontae Adams got drafted, USC crushed them 45-20, and neither one of them was a factor in that game. The yards that they did have, they were pretty much garbage time yards because they had to catch up. But I wasn't really that impressed with them. Now I'm just judging it off of one game. I didn't look and see what they did throughout the season. Obviously, they had a lot of chemistry. They accumulated a lot of yards. I get that. But in a big time game, because I think Fresno State is in the Mountain West, they're not a top 5 conference. And the chance that they got when they did play against a 5 conference team, they didn't show up. Now, we all know Khalil Mack didn't play in a Power 5 conference either. But when he went up against Ohio State, not only did Buffalo win, but Khalil Mack also showed out.
Mm-hmm.
So you definitely want your big time players, regardless as to what conference they're in. If they're playing in the big games, you want them to really show why they deserve to be high draft picks or whatever. So hopefully when Devontae Adams becomes a Raider and we start playing, I'm hoping and praying that hey, the chemistry is going to be there. We're going to light up the sky. But as of right now, I'm just going to be pretty much cautiously optimistic. So but all the other free agent signings, I'm glad that we got them. And again, we'll just have to see. I like Graham as a defensive coordinator, but even with the Giants last year, they had the 23 ranked defense overall. Our defense overall was ranked 26. So we were the Giants defense was only a few spots better than the Raiders. So again, I'm cautiously optimistic with him too. I know the feeling of the off season. It's the off season, and games aren't won in the off season.
That's right.
I saw what Denver did. Yes, we all did. We saw what the Chargers did. But you know what? I've never given any type of credence, Captain, to paper champions. Let's just play the games in August when they do come around, and then we'll judge from there. And again, you really can't judge teams even when we do play in September. You can't judge teams the first few weeks of the season. A football season is just like a football game. Football games aren't won in the first quarter; they're won in the fourth quarter.
That's right.
Again, we just have to wait and see. But I'm glad we're making some moves. I'll say this, and then I'll let you talk, Captain. Giving up a first and a second, that's quarterback compensation.
Yeah.
We gave it up. We gave it up for a wide receiver. But what I will say is this: when Reggie McKenzie became our GM, and when John Gruden came in, we were clearly in a total rebuild mode from scratch. And Mark Davis even acknowledged that. But it just seems like with Ziegler and McDaniel, he doesn't want to go through those steps again. He's like, you know what? All chips on the table. I'm going to open up the checkbook. You guys go out and get who you get. Let's win now. I don't want to have this process, with the start of like what Reggie McKenzie did or what John Gruden did. Let's go ahead and win this thing now. Let's do what the Rams did. Let's do what a lot of these teams are doing, and let's just see. And I think, Captain, the pressure is going to be on us because especially having to go to the playoffs last year, given everything that the Raiders had went through, and we went through it for the most part with an interim coach. We have the best wide receiver in the whole freaking league. There is zero excuses, Captain. Zero excuses. It really is, because now we have done a lot to pretty much make ourselves, I'm not going to say divisional champs, but at least close to it. But again, we'll see.
Yeah, and like you said, You got to play the games because you can throw and I'm gonna date myself. Okay, before there was fantasy football. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
G, you're younger, but you might remember this. There was something called Stratomatic baseball. Okay. Okay, Stratomatic baseball was a board game without a board. It was like baseball cards that were like statistical cards, and you got the pack each year, and you can like swap and like do your fantasy teams together, and you rolled the dice. So it was kind of like Dungeons and Dragons meets
Yeah, I heard about the card swapping, but I never heard about it to that extent. But anyway, go ahead.
right. Well, it was not real baseball cards. It was like statistical baseball cards. The baseball cards were baseball
Oh,
cards. So it was like statistical baseball cards you got in a box, and you had like rolls of dice, and you would make your team, and you could make like a fantasy team because you wouldn't necessarily have to have all of the guys that were on the big league teams. You can like swap and trade with people, and you would go kind of like get together like with other people, like Dungeons and Dragons, and you'd play baseball, and you
oh
you
wow.
would have like your these games, and it was Stratomatic. And again, I know I'm older, and that's, by the way, next weekend I am celebrating my birthday on Saturday. My birthday isn't Saturday. My birthday's during the week. But who the hell wants to celebrate your birthday on a Tuesday? And I'm not sure whether, I can't remember if that is a Chronicles show or if it's a show with the ladies. I might have to push that show to like the Wednesday, because I don't want to do a show on my birthday, man. I mean, I barely even want to go to work on my birthday, but I got to do that. But yeah, what was my point? Oh, with the fantasy, you have to play the game, and it's for real, for real. You line up with the 53 that you got, actually the 40, 48, or whatever the hell that is on the like a regular roster during the game, and you line up and you play football. And it's not fantasy. It's not we should win because this guy is better than that guy and our 48 is better than their 48. No, because you gotta Cap. Okay, hi Marlo. Vicky is saying that hi. Marlo's saying hi. Hi Marlo and Valerie Wren. Thank you there, Valerie. It's the 29th, Valerie. It's the 29th. So yeah, and I should celebrate all month long, but I've started late, because I've like I said, I've been a little under the weather up here and haven't been really into it. I actually should, celebrate. Maybe I'll celebrate into April. Maybe if through April 1st or whatever. But anyway, I gotta celebrate and do all that I need to do there. But you got to play the game. So just because we've gotten all of these additions doesn't mean that we're going to win the West. Hopefully, it means we're going to at least be a playoff team. But that doesn't happen until you know what your relative record is and who you beat and all the things that go with it. So who knows, right?
That's true. That is true. You're right. So, you know, again, we'll see. I'm glad we're making moves, and we're not done yet. We still have the draft, even though we don't have a first and a second round pick. So, you know, uh, we'll see what happens, Captain. So, what are your thoughts, other than, of course, they have to play the game? You like all of the acquisitions that we've gotten?
I do. And like Jason has us going 13-4. My goodness. I mean, this division that we are in is probably the toughest division in football. It used to be the AFC West was always the toughest division in football. The NFC East used to be always be the toughest division on for the NFC side. But we'll go back to that. I think the AFC West is going to be the toughest division in football. I think that the NFC East, again, will be the toughest NFC division. And I think that's the way it is. And I think that's the way it was. And I think it's the way it will be. So we'll see
And,
on
and,
that.
and yeah, and you know what I'm really going to like, and I know Denver has done a lot to better their team. It's really going to be interesting interesting to see, when we do play against the Broncos. I mean, I know we also have the Chargers, and the Chiefs in our division. But the thing is that Josh McDaniels was fired from the Broncos. So, he's going to probably coach that game better than any other game that he's going to coach, because I think he's going to take it personally.
Yeah.
And the thing is, and the Broncos, just like us, they have a brand new coach. Hackett is a brand new coach. They have, a brand new offensive system, brand new defensive system. So I'm pretty sure that they're going to go through some growing pains. And I hear all of these analysts and people in the media talking about the Broncos because they got Russell Wilson. And yes, Russell Wilson is good. He's never had a losing record, but understand everything is going to be new to him. It's a new team, it's a new system. So it's just something that he himself has got to get acclimated to. And that's why it'll just be interesting to see how everything shakes out in this division. But my thing is that not only this division, I also want to take care of those teams outside the division. Because if you remember, Captain, I think it was in 2010 when Cable was our coach, we were undefeated in our division, and we did not even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because we could not handle the business outside of the division. So and I know it sounds cliche, it's one game at a time, man. One game at a time. We'll worry about the Broncos or the Chargers and the Chiefs when we get to them. But,
that's right.
But yeah, of course, I'm looking forward to the draft. I won't be there in Vegas, but I'm pretty sure you'll be doing a show from Vegas, right?
I'm going to do what I can do. I know that probably I'll do a show on Thursday because the Raiders don't got a first round pick on Thursday. So I'll probably end up doing something on the Thursday time slot. So don't,
Right.
I mean, again, normally I would be at the draft and we'd all be waiting for the pick, but the Raiders don't got a first rounder. So maybe I'll do an actual Thursday show because, people will know what's going on. I don't know, but it remains to be seen, but definitely I'll let folks know what's going on. And I appreciate you being here as well, man.
Yeah, definitely, Captain. And you know what? As of right now, we don't have a first and a second round pick. Anything could change within the next month. But first, just want to say, Captain, again, I apologize for just being so, MIA when it comes to the show because, back in the day, I was a regular caller. But, actually, Captain, I just logged on and I saw that you was live. I'm like, ooh, I got a call in. I didn't even wait for you to say, okay, I'm accepting callers. You guys can call in now. I'm going to call him right now. If he answers, he answers. If he don't, he don't. So thank you for taking my call. Thank you for having me on as long as you have. And, looking forward to the season, man. And, I'm always in your corner, praying for you, love you, and go Raiders, man.
Hey,
Raiders.
G, thanks for calling in, man. I let you run a little long because we had, obviously about 3/4 of your time was me babbling. So that's why it was actually legitimate time for you. But hey, thank you for calling in, man. It's always good hearing from you. And no apologies needed for you. That's why I said I'm on YouTube. You can always watch me. You can always watch me later on. But tell your friends to push this and share this and like it. And hopefully we'll get some more people on our channel because I love my friends, man.
I sure will, Captain. And you're exactly right. I can always go back and watch the show, but there's nothing like catching you in real time, baby. Nothing like it.
You got it. That's right. Hey,
man, take care.
Hey,
take care, buddy, and we'll chat soon. All right.
Hey, thanks again, there, G. We'll see you on the next one, Bubba.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right. Take care.
All right.
Bye.
That was Raider G being here, being positive with me. I love Raider G, and it's great having it. Remember, folks, like, share, like, get everybody out there. I got Velvet in the house. I got. I'm gonna have a guest on. Actually, I'm gonna have two. I'm gonna start with my boy OG who popped in, and then after OG, I'm gonna have. Let me see, Lucifer, God, Hades. My boy with the rough voice, I think not the rough voice, but the dark, the heavy voice. So we're gonna go to two deep voice dudes in a row. I'm gonna start with OG. Lucifer, don't go on, brother. Don't hit on me yet, man. Don't leave yet. But we got Lucifer coming on after OG. OG, you're in the show as well. How you doing tonight? I see. It's getting shorn as we speak. So we got it. What's going on with you?
Oh man, hey, how are you doing?
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Oh, I'm calling because it's funny, man. You know, you're only 3 days older than me.
Oh, okay.
Yours on the 29th, right?
Yeah, yeah. You what are
And
you
I'm
April
April
2nd?
Fool's.
You're April Fool, so's my brother.
Yeah, so yeah, you're 3 days older than me. We're twins.
Yeah, practically. Practically
Yeah.
we're twins. Yeah.
So this off season, this preseason, I'm thinking our biggest splash was Dave Ziegler. Um, I'm thinking and everybody has been talking about the Patriot way. This ain't the Patriot way. You don't go trade a first and second round for the best receiver in the league. That's not the Patriot way. And a few years ago, Ziegler wanted to get um, uh, our guy we picked up from the Cardinals, the edge rusher.
Chandler Jones. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually Chandler Jones was he used to be in that organization.
Right, but Ziegler wanted to go get him, and Belichick didn't want to pay him.
Right.
We're not doing things the Patriot way. We're doing things the new Raider way.
Exactly.
Period.
Exactly.
And we're not done. We're not done. After Carr gets extended, there's going to probably open up more cap room. And we'll have more toys to play with, and that's what I honestly believe, bro.
I definitely hope so because Malachi is Lord. He's over here on Instagram. Remember, if you're on Instagram, thank you for being here. Please head on over to YouTube. It's better on YouTube. You can be part of the YouTube crew. And I want to say thank you to, I know it was Matt Eisner out of Pennsylvania. Matt actually sent a donation via Cash App. Thank you, Matt. I will check on that, and I'll make sure that you get an entry into the treasure chest of prizes. Thank you for doing that, Matt. Definitely. Because I love Cash App because I get all of that money.
Right.
I get all that money.
Right.
So there you
Cash
go.
Bomb.
Actually, Matt, you are the first person to send it via Cash App. So I thank you for that. You definitely busted my cherry there. So I will say that as well. But like I said, Valerie, no news on Stephen Gilmore yet. So we'll hang out there. I mean, there's Gilmore as a possibility. Another possibility which people are talking about is Bradbury, and we were talking about with New York Giant Gabe was saying, "Hey, the Giants want a fifth for him. I'll give him a sixth. I don't think we have a sixth. Maybe we might have to give up one of those fifths.
I have to give up a fifth.
Yeah, we have 2 fives. Maybe we might end up doing that, but and he does know the system, and that's important as well.
Right. I'm so looking forward to this, man. This is finally we're building our dynasty. And yes, the AFC West is going to be the toughest division. But if we get one or two more players and a couple of players that you're scratching your head going, who's this guy? We're going to dominate our division, even though it's a tough division. That's what we have to do.
Yeah, Valerie. Yeah, we do have 2 fives, and we might be at fifth. We get for him. And Gabe is continuing. I said we got a top 5. Maybe it might be that, but what I see the Raiders doing is what the and I'm going to say Patriots in this respect. The Patriots would always trade back in the draft and acquire picks. So maybe it's that 6 that we don't have this year is going to be what they were trying to shop for Bradbury or whatever it is. But we'll see about that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I am just so looking forward to this. Like, it's going to be good to go out there and just kick. Are we on Roku? Okay, kick.
Kick booty.
Kick butt.
Kick booty. Hey, I'm gonna OG. By the way, looking great, brother. I want to say thank you for being here and hanging out with me. It's always a pleasure to be on this show with you. And I love you, brother. Thank you for coming in. I'm gonna get to Lucifer, aka God, aka Vin Diesel, aka Katie.
Yeah, he's got a lot of AKAs.
AKAs. He's a great AKA. We should just call him AKA.
AKA, yeah, because yeah, I'm thinking he's probably on America's Most Wanted. He ain't telling nobody. He's probably laughing right now.
When he comes in to laugh, I want to hear the laugh because it's so deep. It's
Yeah,
so deep. That's it.
there you go.
All right. And Valerie likes your beard trim.
Oh well, yeah, it's gone after by June. It'll all be gone. The hair will be gone, everything, and then in September I regrow everything because
Yeah.
it's going to get colder.
Yeah, it does get colder. And I'm in Florida. It's always hot here, but I did trim this to the way it is, and I think it looks good. And I'm going to try as long as and this is important to me. This is important to me. I can give a flying foxtrot what the guys think of it. It's what the ladies think of it.
Exactly. Hey, did you ever get a hooked up with gravy at Top Shelf? Oh man, that stuff's good. I'll be using it again next year.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
6 months.
Hannah was saying about trying to get me some, so hopefully that they will. I'm looking for some product, so anybody that wants to send me some product,
Dude,
uh,
trust me. I've tried other product. That Top Shelf is top shelf, bro.
well,
For
good.
real.
I said I'd like that product. I just need to get it. Hey,
Yeah.
again, OG, thank you for that. Do we have the show on the 29th? Is that our show or is it the ladies show? I don't remember which
I
one
think
it is.
it's the ladies.
Okay, then I
I
might
think
not.
we're this week, I think.
We're this week. Okay.
Yeah, we haven't picked out or talked about anything, so I'll have to talk to you tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you know my number. You know my number. We'll definitely
Yep.
Chronicles of the Black Hole will be on Tuesday, and then the 29th is I guess is the Captain and Wenches. Unless I can push it to Wednesday, because I really don't want to have a show on my birthday. That just, yeah. I mean, it's bad enough I got to go to work,
Yeah,
but
man. You know what? I don't care if I might get on for my birthday. I might not. I don't care. I don't know. I'm trying to get to. I'm like 31 subscribers away from 500. I'm trying to get there for my birthday, so I might
hey,
just jump on a marathon that bad boy.
there you go. If you are not subscribed to Chronicles of the Black Hole, please, if you are watching this show, Chronicles of the Black Hole, let's get Daniel to 500. I want to get to 2 grand eventually, and then when I get to 3,000, I'm giving away a Marcus Allen big helmet. It's an autographed Marcus Allen helmet, but I'm going to do that at 3K. I'm not at 2K yet, but when I get to 2K, I'm going to do the push to get to 3K. And that Marcus Allen helmet, you got to make sure that I know you're a subscriber because I'm going to have, it'll be from the subscribers. I will give a giveaway, but I got to be able to see your subscription. So make sure I can see your subscription. Daniel, I'm going to
You
let
gonna
you
do a
go,
one
brother.
chip challenge or anything stupid like that?
What?
A one chip challenge on your 3K?
A one what?
One chip challenge.
What's a one chip challenge?
It's one tortilla chip. You pay for $8 or something like that, 8 or $10 for it.
Oh, oh,
And
and it's yeah, and
ghost
it's
pepper.
that really yeah, maybe, maybe.
And that is the entertainment right there.
I was I was the judge at a chili contest yesterday. I was
Mhm.
one of the judges. So we good chili, but yeah, maybe I'll do that. We'll see. Well, I'm up for things. I'm up for
It'll
things.
set your soul on fire, but okay, man. I look forward to seeing that too. That'll be entertainment.
All right, all
May
right.
have your cardiologist standing by. Just saying.
See that, and that's the thing. I might have to make sure I get medical clearance for that.
All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon. I'll talk to
All
you
right. All
tomorrow.
right. All right. Thanks
Yeah.
again there, Daniel. You take care. Okay. That was OG Daniel. I don't say what my subscribers are. I will say that I'm about 300 away. I'm about 300 subscribers away from 2K. 300 subscribers. So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, please do. But you know what? It's not about the subscriptions, it's about the viewers. And I love the viewers. Okay. And I have a decent amount of subscribers, but I like the fact that the people that watch and they like what they see. and I love that. I do, and I got some people that actually love watching the show, and I enjoy that. But I'd like to have more people enjoy the show with us all. And but isn't that what everybody wants that has something good? Is they want to share it with a bunch of people. That's why I said share this, like this, subscribe, more shares, more likes. I'm Browns by Jacob. Get one more. I got one person in front of you, brother, and he's giving me the thumbs up. We're definitely going to talk about your quarterback situation. You know that's coming. He gave me the thumbs up. I love Browns by Jacob. The kid, when they, and I say kid nicely because he is a young gentleman. When the kid gets hired, I'll be your agent or something. So I can make some money too off of you. That'll be the best job in the world, man. Is I'll take 10, and I'll even do the 10% thing. I won't be these agents 1% my ass. No, not 1%. No, 10% minimum. Okay, 10%. Other agents they get like 20, and 15. No, 10% by because Jacob's got a lot of smarts and I'm going to get 10% of that. Okay, before we get to Jacobs, we're going to go to Lucifer. Lucifer, Lucifer, God, Hades, Vin Diesel, Jason. How you doing tonight? Good to hear from you, brother. Remember, like, share, like, push this out. We love it, and please push the like button too. So there you go. Chronicles 30 subs away. Subscribe to Chronicles of the Black Hole. Show me some more subscribers. Want to get to 2K, and then I'm at 3K. I'm gonna do that Marcus Allen helmet, but I need to make sure that I see you're a subscriber, obviously, because if I don't know, I don't know, and I can't give you something I don't know. How you doing tonight, big guy? What's going on?
It's good, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I tell you, man, and I love the deep voice. It makes me feel alive. To hear the blah. I can't do it like you, but it's the deep throaty stuff. And I got to tell you, man, what is going on with us in a good way? I said people are saying this, that, and the other thing. I said no. The Raiders. And I didn't. It's not that I didn't see. Somebody was kept asking me what our record's going to be. What our record's going to be. I will do that closer to the season because I want to see. I want to see the way the schedule is because I want to see where those games are, where they are in the schedule. I want to see, and I'm telling you this, folks. I firmly believe that the Raiders are going to go to London to play the Jaguars. Why? Because the Jaguars play in London like every year. The Raiders are supposed to go to Jacksonville. That was one of the games that I was definitely going to because I live here in Tampa. And I was going to ride up. But I think the Raiders are going to play Jacksonville and in London. So, you got to see where that hits on the schedule. So it gives me a better idea. So, I will give you my prediction later on. I know who the teams are. I just want to see that schedule too. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, as far as the schedule goes, 100%, dude. I agree with you 100%. I mean, we are the poster child for, Mexico, London, you know what I'm saying? Like we'll ride it, And,
no, Valerie, one second. I'm sorry, brother. No. The Jacksonville game was an away game. So all our home games are still going to be in Vegas. We don't have to worry about that crap that when we were waiting for that as well. Doc, wait, Doc. Doc Cabral is on. Gosh, I'm trying to get I can't. Okay, shoot. Okay, Doc, call back in a bit, Doc. Call back in a bit because I got to get Browns by Jacob on. So I apologize. I had to pop Doc, but yeah, we're gonna listen to Lucifer, Hades, God, Vin Diesel.
It's all good, Doc.
Yeah.
Creator got you back, brother.
Yeah, but we got. But again, now you said that you're going to be traveling as well, and I know I'm going to see you for that as well. Because I think we're going to Tennessee this year. So maybe like I said, swing on by Tennessee, get on out to Vegas, and maybe you can do like 2 games.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah.
There's one thing that nobody's talking about, and it strikes me as odd. Um, so this I just want to bring it up. Did did you see the car interview within the last week?
No, I honestly, I did not. Oh, I got to say,
Did
remember,
did
we're on Roku, we're on
anybody?
Roku tonight. We're on Roku
Oh,
tonight.
oh, I know. I got you,
Okay,
brother.
I just
Yeah,
want to make sure. Yeah, I didn't
no,
put
that's
that out
all good. I appreciate it, man.
there. I got you. I got you. But no,
But
I
no, it
haven't
was
seen it. No, I didn't see it.
it was Derek Pineda. I don't know how to spell his name, but anyway, Derek Pineda. He was like supposed to be baseball player or whatever. He interviewed Derek Carr literally a day ago, and he talks about everything. He talks about like and you know me, like even though the creator and all that, like I'm not a big you know um religious person, but
Gotcha.
Derek Carr breaks it down. So I just want to I, I already asked it and nobody knows. So I'm just going to highlight like one snippet. So Derek Carr literally said this like 2 days ago. He said, in my 9 years with the Raiders, for some reason, I still got to lead the Raiders. But for me, it's not just for some reason. I found something to ground me that gives me hope. Where rationality has no hope and everything around me, it's okay if you fail because we understand. But for me, I was put here for a reason, and failure is not an option. That's what your Derek Carr said. That's what your leader said. You know what I'm saying? And that just speaks so much volume, like how much of a leader he is. Like,
Yeah. No, and actually, and I know that Sharif made mention of it. I know Sharif is in the
yeah,
house as
it
well.
is, Valley. It's an interview on YouTube. Go look it up.
There you
Like, I
go.
don't want to plug nobody else, but yeah, go look up Derek Pineda. If you guys are Christians, he is a super Christian. But if you, I literally got videos coming out that I'm splicing his words into everything, is because he's 100%. If he tells you he's gonna do it, same thing. His brother David came out last year and said, "Hey, if Devonte Adams comes out and said something, believe him, he's gonna do it. And if not, like, and we see where that ended up. So
Yeah. Yeah. And again, I agree, and I'm going to go for the I'm not this is not a religious talk, whether you are religious or non-religious. It's kind of like I don't talk religion, I don't talk politics, because that is the quickest way to lose your
oh
audience.
yeah, 100%.
That's the
And that's
easiest
why I
way to
don't
lose
talk
your
that.
audience. But here's the thing: whether you are a devout Christian, a devout Muslim, a devout Jew, a
But he
devout
speaks
Hindu, that's
leadership.
great. That's great that you are devout and strong in your religion, because I am all for that. Okay, because that means that you have a and I'm not trying to sound like Steve Martin in The Jerk. You do have a special purpose. Okay,
Hmm.
for those that seen the movie The Jerk, you get that question, you get that reference. But it's strong leadership, and it's strong perseverance on your part. And whether you get that through sport or religion or whatever, that's great. That's great, and that's a fantastic thing. It doesn't matter though, like Sharif says, leadership ain't talk. I agree with that. It's backing what your talk is. And Sharif, I know, will be on later on as well. And I know, Vicky, I know you don't like Roku. I'm sorry. But I'm obligated. My Thursday shows and my Sunday shows are on Roku TV. I do try to do the other shows, or doing some uncensored when I can, but I've been burnt out doing a lot of these shows. So I'm trying to build back up to getting my perseverance, or not perseverance, but my
Yeah, there's
positivity
all that.
going, and we'll do some more shows.
He's got
But
like
here's the thing:
200,000.
man. I like everybody with their opinions on here, and we can keep it clean, and it doesn't really matter we can say freaking instead of the alternative. But like you said, it doesn't matter what the talk is, it's backing the talk. And I do believe that backing the talk is imperative. And remember, like, share, like, subscribe. I appreciate
Right. And see, here's the thing that I guess that I don't know if it was missed, but I don't believe in religion. I don't believe in any of that, and we don't want to talk about any of that. And Derek Carr does, but here's the thing that Derek Carr does to me. He makes me listen to him and believe him, even though, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he's talking about religion, he's like, hey, I'm not going to talk about religion as far I'm not going to convert you, but I am going to tell you what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it. And I believe him. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes me respect Derek Carr as a human being. You know what I'm saying? Religion out the window. You know, that's what makes me respect him as a human. And when he said, if he doesn't play for Raiders, he doesn't play. I guarantee you he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? He is real. He's 100% real. Like, if he doesn't play for the Raiders, he doesn't play.
I got that. And Doc, I know you called again, Doc. I want to get Browns by Jacob in the.
Hey, I'm gonna hop out, man. You
No,
got a
no, no.
bunch of people.
No, Doc called again. I said I want to get Browns by Jacob in here, and then we can have Doc call back in because again, I don't like to have everybody waiting on me and other people. I know like one of these days when we get so many people and so many callers, I'll have the option of keeping everybody to like 3 minutes, and I'll do that. But one of these days we'll be able to do that.
No worries, man.
Hey, thanks again there, Jason. I appreciate all the positives. It's good. It's
Yeah,
good to have
100%.
everybody do what we got. And hey, thanks for coming in as well.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, and again, and Lucifer or Hades or God, I think you're a channel member, are you not?
Oh, of course I am.
There you go. And so like I said, and I appreciate all the positive for the people that are channel member. I know Crujo's a channel member. I know Vicky is a channel member. I know what was it? Matthew 72007 is a channel member. OG Daniel is a channel member. I appreciate all the folks. Oh, and Anna Diaz, I would be remiss not to mention Anna Diaz being a channel member. So thank you for being a channel member as well. Push join where it says on YouTube. And again,
And
go ahead, brother.
one thing I would like to say is guess what? Devontae Adams, the number one wide receiver in American football today, chose Derek Carr over Aaron Rodgers, even though they offered him more money. Let that sink in for all you Carr haters.
There you go. Hey, that says it all as well. And like I said, I think he's going to. Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback because he is. He's a multiple
Yeah.
MVP, a multiple gone to at least at least the Super Bowl champion. But you know what? Maybe
In this
we can
part in
say
his
that
life,
about Derek Carr. Maybe we can say that about Derek Carr and the Raiders eventually as well.
yeah, maybe 9 years from now we can say that about Derek Carr, but right now in his life, he seems to think that Derek Carr can take him places that Aaron Rodgers can't.
Yeah, I agree. Okay. All right. Well, hey, thanks again there, brother.
Hey,
I appreciate you
good
popping
night,
in.
brother. I'm still be here.
I know you are. I know you are. I know you ain't leaving. Love that laugh. Love that laugh. Hey, we got. Hey, you know what? You got to record that. I got to use that as a drop.
So good. I got you.
All
Man.
right. Hey, take care, partner. We'll see you on the next trip.
Hey, you too.
All right. That was Lucifer. That was Hades. That was God. That was Vin Diesel. I love Jason's all the AKAs we got with Jason's. And Jacob was ready. He was walking out of the room, but he said he could hear that I was about ready to do that segue. So he's like, "Oh, I got to sit back in my chair." So again, one of my favorite young gentlemen that I like to point in, and again, 10%, 10%, Jacob, not 1%. You kiss my butt for 1%. I got to get 10%.
We're gonna have to negotiate on those terms.
At 10%, man. But trust me, you want the old man to represent you, man. You want the old man to represent you.
Can you get me a Watson deal? Fully guaranteed money?
Well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the Browns' new quarterback, because for those that have been sleeping under a rock the last few days, Deshaun Watson was not going to be a Cleveland Brown. He did not want to be a Cleveland Brown. And then all of a sudden he did want to be a Cleveland Brown. And why did he want to be a Cleveland Brown? That is your cue.
Super Bowl.
No.
You know that's a part of the equation, obviously.
No. Everybody wants to win a Super Bowl. It's not a guaranteed thing. Why did Deshaun Watson go to Cleveland? Give me the right answer. There is your cue.
Andrew Berry is an incredible negotiator, and he made a contract that would work out on both sides. So money.
Okay. Here's the cue. Thank you, Sharif. That's what I was looking for. 230. Okay. Matthew 72007. And he's probably a couple $signs short. Okay.
Yeah, a few figures off.
Yeah, but here, and one other thing, but you know what, Sharif? I think he's going to be disappointed here. I think he's going to be disappointed there. If you think Amari Cooper is your answer at number one receiver, no.
Can I ask you why? Because I know he's obviously played for the Raiders.
Yeah. And I am okay. I'm going to say this is biasness, but it's also legitimate in what I'm going to tell you. Amari Cooper, and I call him Dropsy. Dropsy will have, and look this up, because what I'm going to tell you is, if not the exact truth, it's figuratively and almost definitively the truth. Okay. Amari Cooper will have one really fantastic game, and then he'll disappear for 2 or 3. Then he'll have one really fantastic game, and he'll disappear for 2 or 3. So basically, in a 16-game season, you get him for 4 games, right?
Okay, I want to ask you: Did you see that with the Raiders? Did you see that with the Cowboys?
Both.
Because the Cowboys, I can understand, because he's always been in an offense. With CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, there's tons of weapons. There's a running back in the backfield. Then to add to it, I mean, I don't have these exact numbers, but if you look at Dak's numbers without Amari Cooper and with Amari Cooper, there is a big time difference. So obviously there was a lot of sharing the ball around. So I definitely didn't expect Amari Cooper, to have 100 yards every game, because, there's a lot of other talent on the field. And I don't think it's necessarily going to be that. I don't think he's going to put up 100 yards each game. And I think the thing with that, the biggest thing, I can't think. The biggest thing is that there's going to be other weapons. There's going to be a run game in Cleveland, and it's going to be a lot different. We won't necessarily need him to catch the ball 6-7 times a game, put up 80 yards, to put up 2 touchdowns, which I think is perfect for him. I don't even want to address that comment. But yeah, obviously we know he's a fantastic route runner. I think he will fit this Stefanski system well, especially when you look at what Watson did with other low-end guys. Don't the Browns have 2? Yeah, and that's another thing that's going to take more off of him and make his job even easier. And now he's got the best quarterback he's ever played with going to be throwing to him. Dak Prescott definitely struggled in some places last year in some games. But yeah.
Wait. I gotta do the sound effects on that. Overrated. I had to, because that just deserved the clap. Not that I've had the clap, but we won't talk about that. But I want to talk about what Matt Marinovich says. What are people in Cleveland saying about the move?
I would say it's sitting about 80-20%. Obviously, most Browns fans are enthusiastic, and then those 80%, there's people in the middle, but there are definitely some fans that are upset and truly can't back a player like that. Which obviously you can understand with the allegations. But and the part of that equation too of those 20% are people that are like being completely delusional with Baker saying.
You catch something? Uh-oh.
No, I'm fine. But I forgot what we were talking about again.
About the way that Cleveland is responding to the news of Watson coming in to be the quarterback.
Yeah. Like I said, there's definitely mixed reactions. There's people very upset. But at the end of the day, you look back at Big Ben. He was suspended 6 games, didn't face any criminal charges. Do you want to know what cleared his reputation? Winning. So I think that's exactly what's going to be the solution to this 20% of Browns fans. And those are going to dwindle down once it gets closer this season. And when Deshaun Watson starts winning a lot of games in Cleveland, their minds will change. So I'm not worried about what the fans think right now. Obviously, it was a correct move times 1,000.
Okay, and again, people that were saying that the Raiders were going to get him, I just because of the issue regarding the and again there was nothing that was about for the criminal portion definitely made him a possibility, but the fact that they still have all of those civil cases to go through, the stench of that, and I will say stench, is still going to linger on Deshaun for a while. Plus there's going to be a suspension, whether it's going to be a 4 games, 6 games, there's going to be a suspension. So it's going to be who the Browns trot out to be their quarterback then. Okay.
Well, we'll say hypothetically, which I'm not 100% he is going to get suspended because there's no confirmed evidence at all against him. And I do also have a statement from his defense team we'll get into a little bit later.
Please do, if you want to.
But the Browns did just sign Jacoby Brissett the other day, who is a solid backup. Obviously played in Miami last year. So I'm excited about that, and I don't think it would be more than 6 games. I don't think they would lay anything more than Ben Roethlisberger. And like I said about this defense team, I'm just going to read out a couple of bullet points from some of their statements. And quote, after the massage therapy sessions with Mr. Watson, 8 plaintiffs, I can't say that word very well, bragged about it, praised, and were excited about massaging Watson. So basically, they're like, "Hey, I got this big time client." So that's 8. That's 8. Allegedly that were bragging. I'm not 100% about what the evidence the defense team has against that. Also, 7 plaintiffs, now this is confirmed, willingly worked or offered to work with Mr. Watson after the alleged incidents, which, I mean, if he did something to you, I don't see why you would go back to him. So that's obviously suspicious. 3 plaintiffs lied about the number of sessions they actually had with Mr. Watson. That's something that they can confirm through him. 3 plaintiffs lied about their alleged trauma and resulting harm. 3 plaintiffs told others they wanted to get money out of Mr. Watson. And finally, 5 plaintiffs told others that they wanted to get money out of Watson. And 5 plaintiffs have scrubbed or completely deleted their social media accounts. Better fit with that. That's a good joke. That's a good joke. But from my point of view, I've looked at a lot of this Watson stuff. The Browns did their own extensive research. So the biggest thing is that the people running, especially Andrew Berry, they're not dumb. They wouldn't sit here and willingly trade for someone that they think was generally guilty. And obviously having 22 allegations is a lot. But it's really hard to say one or another because you can't say that he's not guilty, but you can't say that he is guilty. So at this point, you can see how those civil lawsuits go out. I I don't unless they sprinkle into the season, that's where I can see suspensions. But at the moment, I mean, the NFL does what the NFL wants. They'll suspend a player for gambling for a whole year. So it's always a big question.
Okay, I'm gonna get this call before Doc goes away. I'm gonna put him on hold because I want to make sure that he at least sticks around. Okay. Hey, Doc, you're on the line. I grabbed the phone. I'm gonna have you on in a little bit after Jacob is gone. Don't go nowhere, okay, bud?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks again, partner. And we'll hear from Doc Cabral, my Patriots fan, in a little bit as well. But again, so right now, and again, I know it's early yet, but obviously the Bengals are the cream of that division as well as the conference. Okay, how much of a setback do you anticipate Cincinnati having, and how much of a ascension do you think Cleveland will have? Because again, I don't see Pittsburgh doing anything. They're in rebuild, and I really don't even know who their quarterback is. I mean, I might
Mitchell
have
Trubisky, if that tells you the story.
okay. Well, then that doesn't give me a warm fuzzy there. And obviously, okay, Cleveland. The Ravens. Okay, who are always going to be a nick in the sides of whoever between Cincinnati and Cleveland. And again, you don't have to answer this because it's still early, but you still got at least 3 playoff capable teams in that division, and you gotta try to get on top of that. Okay. And that's a tough thing. I mean, and again, I will say this about the AFC West, and I know that this is a long time ago, and you don't remember this, but the AFC West used to be the best division in football for years and years and years. When you had the Elway playing for the Donkeys and the Raiders in their prime, and then you had San Diego under some good years as well. Even with when Seattle was in that division before they went back. And Kansas City, when Seattle was there, Kansas City was a joke. But then you had some ascension when Joe Montana was there until the recent Kansas City thing. So it used to be that the AFC West was the best division in football. And I'm looking at it right now, and I really think that is the best division in football. What say you?
Well, yeah, I mean, I completely agree. I do think the AFC West is better than the AFC North because they all have competitive teams, and I don't think the AFC North can say that. And I do think the Browns are going to be a lot better than what they were last year. And you got to remember the Bengals. The Bengals do not scare me one bit. I saw a lot of progress that season, but I mean, as a Cleveland Browns fan, anybody can call me biased for this, but I do think it was definitely a fluke season. They had multiple games, rely on a kicker, and ultimately, you're not going to strike that 2 years in a row. And I also do think there's a big fraud leading their team, and his name is Zach Taylor. I don't believe in him whatsoever. He hasn't showed me that he is a good head coach at all. So looking further, I do think the Bengals are going to be a good team. They'll probably make the playoffs. But I don't think they're going to be on the same level. They're going to be they better their offensive line this offseason, which does better their offense.
Okay, but playing devil's advocate, if Stefanski had that great season a year prior and they came down a notch, and Zach Taylor had that great season last year and they came down a notch, and Stefanski and Zach Taylor are young coaches with basically young teams that have decent quality offensively and defensively, why do you discount the Bengals over the Browns when you can say the same for both teams? That's my question to you.
Well, the biggest thing is the Bengals have had Joe Burrow. He obviously broke out. If you look at the Browns' success, it was all Stefanski. It was all training wheel offense, and ultimately that, especially with Baker getting injured in his second year, that just didn't work. And if you look at both these coaches have had a hurt quarterback, and they've done terrible. Okay, and I'll address that comment real quick. Nobody's going after the San Francisco 49ers. If you remember, they gave up 3 first-round picks to move up to number 3 with the Miami Dolphins to get Trey Lance. Nobody's talking about their future and that they're doomed or whatnot. When you have a roster set in place, I mean, the Browns have arguably a top five quarterback, arguably a top 3 running back, arguably a top 10 running back. Amari Cooper's a very good wide receiver, and then they also still have a very good offensive line, and their defense last year statistically was a top 5 unit. It's going to get harder in those future years when you don't have those first round picks. But right now, that doesn't matter. Ultimately, you can't build for the future forever. Sometimes you got to build now. And now the Browns aren't setting out here trading every pick like the Rams going for Von Miller and yada, yada, yada. But it's something to note. Now matters more than the future when you have a team that can actually win a Super Bowl. So to me, I don't care about those 3 future first-round picks, especially when we've got a lot of guys locked in that are franchise guys for the next couple of years. And that $230 million, $46 million per year, I think it's like a $15 million cap hit every year. So it's not that bad in that regard. You're just paying the guy a lot of money. And I don't care that it was fully guaranteed. The only reason it was fully guaranteed because Andrew Berry was desperately trying to get Deshaun Watson to come to Cleveland. None of that stuff worries me right now. All I care about is the future. I don't care about the Bengals. The Ravens don't touch the talent of the Bengals and the Browns. All it is going to come down to is execution and who stays healthy. And that brings another point in my mind. The Bengals were a very healthy team last year. That's not going to stay with you, and you're going to learn the wrath of that. So.
Okay, well, hey, Jacob, I appreciate that as well, and always good seeing you, brother. I gotta get to Doc Cabral, my Patriots fan, and Black Thanos just popped in backstage, so I'm gonna let Doc in on the phone, and I'm gonna get to Black Thanos. I gotta say goodbye to you as well, there, Jacob. But always good seeing you, brother. Remember, share this up.
Yes, sir.
I want more. Don't you call me sir. I got no. I appreciate the respect. It's one of those things where I'm a Navy chief. I don't answer to sir. It's one of those things. But no, I appreciate it, brother. You take care of yourself. Best of the family, and hope to see you out. You said you're still coming out for the draft, right?
Yeah, that's not happening. Most likely.
Well, okay. Well, we'll see you sometime. We'll see you sometime.
For sure. All right. Peace out.
Peace out. Thanks again, Jacob. Good hearing from you, partner. Always good to have you on here. That's Browns by Jacob. Thanos, you will be in a minute. Please don't go away if you can pop in. I'm going to get to Doc Cabral. Doc is my buddy for years and years and years. Doc, how you doing, brother? You still there?
Jay, you look great.
Okay, I appreciate that. I definitely need some positives here. How you doing there, brother?
I'm hanging in there. My family's still up in Temecula. So it's a little bit of family stuff going on, but we're doing fine.
Good to hear from you as well. So what brings you to the YouTube show tonight, there, partner? And I always appreciate support from my shipmates and friends.
I'm watching you on a 55-inch screen right now.
Oh God!
I'm really seeing you look so happy.
I'm trying to be as positive as I can be. I'm doing a process thing, Doc. I won't get into it here, but had some things that really just hit me square in the gut, in the nuts, in the stomach, and in teeth. But I'm fighting through it, and that's why I'm trying to be here and be positive, and I'm getting better.
Well, I saw you. It was either last week or the week before when I heard that stuff, and my big thing was, well, my brother Jay is hurting, and I want to make sure I talk to him when he's available, because to me, you're my brother. You've always been my brother, and we go back a couple of days, Jay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Captain Jack.
No worries.
You go back a couple of days, and I've known you for a very long time, and I don't like to see you that way. But to see you tonight, I am really, really, really happy for you.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there, man. So I appreciate the pause. You like I said, I had two people that were lined up on video, which is why I bounced you out of the phone lines, and I wanted to make sure I had them on first, and I know you weren't being pissed off about that. I just wanted to make sure you knew why.
Oh no, of course not. Um, I'll let you go. I really hope you do well. I really hope you feel well, and I really hope. Please tell Lil I said hello.
I will.
And best to you, my friend. Keep going.
Hey, thanks again. Now I got to ask though. I'm gonna keep it sports on you. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about your Sox? You want to talk about your Pats? What's going on? I mean, who's going to be the better team this year?
Well, the thing is, the Sox have moved out of Rhode Island. They've moved to a place called Worcester, Massachusetts. They're no longer in Pawtucket. They're not the Paw Sox no more.
Ah,
they're the Woo Sox.
Worcester.
For a source friend of mine.
Yeah.
And I think they'll do pretty good this year. I think they should get at least in the playoffs. The Pats, I think they're going to do a little better than last year. I think they'll do a little better than last year. I think Bill's already got those backup picks lined up, and I think he'll get a few more backups for next year. And I think we can probably get into the AFC Championship game this year.
Ooh.
I think we could get into the AFC Championship game this year.
Okay.
I would be very happy to see that. If we don't get into it, well, so be it. But
okay.
I always try to be open-minded. For years I didn't have that luxury. Now we do.
Okay. Well, I mean, I like the enthusiasm there. Obviously, anytime wishing. I love you, brother, as my brother, but God, I can't stand your teams.
Well, I can't stand your team either, brother, but that doesn't mean I doesn't love you.
Exactly. Hey, Doc, thanks for calling in, man. And again, best to you and the family, and I'll pass it on to mine too.
Hey, love you, brother. Take care.
Love you too. Thanks again there, Doc. Appreciate you here calling in, brother.
Bye.
All right. That was my shipmate. I have some very, very good friends from the military that I had a chance to talk to. I haven't spoken to Doc in a while, but it was good to hear from him, and it's keeping me positive. And again, I thank everybody for being behind me. And again, I'm trying to go forward. And one of the people, Doc was waiting, Vicky. I was it was Doc Cabral. That's the guy who was waiting. And I'm trying to bring the truth. So Nick Wright and Guareb was saying something about BSPN negative. Yeah, it is. It's BSPN, Guareb. It's like that's why it's as soon as the Raiders do anything positive, then they will go through and try to scale it as to why it's negative. That is why I don't watch BSPN. I don't watch BSPN. It's my goodness. It's a waste of my time. The only time I deliberately watch BSPN is if there is Raider related content that is not like opinion related, like the 30 for 30s or, a historical show or something, like breaking. I will watch it just for that content, but I won't do it for a while. Okay. And good to see Rose Ortega on here. Thank you for coming in, Rose. Nick Wrong is one of many talking. Yeah, they're haters. They're haters. Okay. And Valerie gets her stuff from me and OG and Hammer's House and Sultan Mir and other things like that. So I appreciate that. Steve, I know Steve's calling, but I gotta get to Sharif first. Okay. I gotta get to Sharif first. So we got some time. So I'm gonna pop in with Black Thanos here on the show. Black, remember this is Roku, brother. and I know that you're good to go on that, but we are joined by Black Thanos, aka Sharif Allah Khan. Thank you for being here, and I'm going to try to keep you. I gotta because I let you go. But I want to try to keep you to about 7 minutes if I can. We'll try to do that. How you doing tonight, Reef?
Mic check, mic check. Do you hear me okay, bro?
I hear you well, shipmate. How you
Great, great. Because I'm actually not on the clock for a change, so
Oh,
I'm glad you're able to hear me. And
yes.
7 minutes, perhaps, I can get my points across. A lot of people have been conceived within 7 minutes, so
Okay.
I think I could get a few points out.
Yeah,
You
eventually
know,
I'm going to try to go down to 3 minutes when I have a bunch of people back to back to back. I want to get to that point, but I'm going to give you 7.
well, thank you. And I agree with you on a point you made earlier. It's a little too early for projections because the draft is still upcoming. Though we don't have any draft picks. The first two, the Chargers do, the Chiefs do. There's going to be a lot of probably draft day deals with certain teams, and of course, the way the schedule is going to be, outlined, and where are we? East Coast games, cold weather games. That's a factor with us.
Yes.
And one of the biggest trending things today I noticed, I'm not on Twitter, but everyone is sharing some post made by Derek Dallas Carr about why he blocks certain fans, or I guess people he termed as critics. That's problematic to me. Not that I'm saying he should tolerate abuse or whatever, but I know for a fact a couple of personal friends who didn't say anything borderline disrespectful or disparaging, who actually said honest, constructive things to him, and he took it the wrong way, or he has some messiah complex and decided to block him. If you're going to be the so-called captain, if you're the leader, and if you're not built for critique that comes from a fan base that's been waiting 40 years for a championship, then that's not leadership. So I know an earlier caller was applauding him and praising him for some words. Yes, he's a very good speaker in terms of expressing his faith, but we don't care about that. This is football. This is the wars of the gridiron. This is a business, and the business is winning. I mean, as I said before, Ken Stabler studied his playbook by the light of the jukebox.
And
You don't have that more
with
women
the Jack
than you
and
can
Coke,
count.
right? And with the Jack and Coke. Yeah, and
Absolutely.
yeah.
And Tom Brady isn't known to be super religious. He's as secular as they come, but he's great at what he does. So the bottom line is you can believe in a pet rock. That's irrelevant to me. Be consistent, be dependable, be productive at your job. Because when you're fumbling on the goal line or throwing the ball away on 4th down and Lincoln Kennedy has to call you out, or people are throwing nachos in disgust at the last game in Oakland, we don't care about your beautiful devotionals. So to me, that's not leadership. Leadership is getting it done. And a lot of us in the nation are being seduced by the thoughts of Davante Adams being here and what he did with Aaron Rodgers. Keyword, Aaron Rodgers. Keep in mind, Davante is really a glorified slot receiver. He's not the old school traditional Raider receiver who's very fast and takes stuff off the top, i.e. Cliff Branch, who's going in the Hall of Fame finally. He's barely faster than Renfro. That's Adams. Renfro runs a 4.59. Adams runs a 4.56. Amari Cooper is faster than both of them considerably. But he is an excellent route runner. Renfro has better hands than Davante Adams. Renfro has the best catch ratio in 30 years in the NFL. So there's not much that Adams do that Renfro does, but of course he's an additional weapon, and he has the luxury of being a longtime friend of Derek Carr. So when people say, well, he chose him over Aaron Rodgers, no, he's the highest paid player who's not a quarterback in football. What is there to think about? And you're playing with your old college roommate. And you're going to Las Vegas. You're leaving the frozen weather of Wisconsin. And of course, Aaron Rodgers is, he's going to retire in a couple of years, more than likely. So of course he's going to join his old buddy. Trust me, if we were still in Oakland, I doubt that move happens. And also, I defy any Raider fan to call me a liar when I say this. If this was any other wide receiver who didn't happen to be good friends with Derek, who Derek personally liked or loved, that we were giving 28.2 with Renfro, with Waller, with a great need on the goal line, with defensive needs, people would be losing their mind. But because it pleases Derek Carr, these cult-minded people persuaded by his personality, falling in love with his religious eloquence, have no problem with it. So be careful what you wish for, because it's great to have a nice wide receiver on either side of the ball, on either side of the O-line. But if you got no time and you're the least mobile quarterback in your division, it doesn't mean anything, because you're one hit away from the season being over. See, that's what.
Well, now, Reef, I will say that again, every team, and I defy you to tell me a team that isn't one quarterback hit away from a losing season.
No, of course. But my point is that Derek Carr is more likely because he doesn't have any feet. Joe Burrow had the worst O-line in the game, and he won the AFC Championship. By far, he had the worst.
Okay.
But his mobility, his athleticism, his ability to extend plays, his spontaneity, Derek don't have that. He plays like Bob Greasy in 1972. Though he's 31 years old now, he comes across as a much older player, and even in the way that he conducts himself. But again, his personality, I don't care about. But we have 9 years, basically, of nothingness. One playoff appearance where you had 4 opportunities from the 9-yard line with a tight end who is 6'6" and a wide receiver who has the best catch ratio in NFL for the last 30 years. And you threw it into triple coverage outside of the end zone. Davante Adams don't change that when you have a history of folding under pressure. And that was in the original scouting report of Derek Carr when he came out of Fresno, that he has anxiety and he has a tendency to fold up under pressure. That's why when USC played in San Jose, Marcus Mariota wiped the floor with him head-to-head in college. But people conveniently forget that.
Okay.
So,
hey, and Reef, I gave you 8. I gave you 8 because we were on that, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here. And again, I will say this, and I agree with you on the one point that the Raiders will only go as far as the offensive line takes them, and that is the truth. That's the way.
Yeah.
If the offensive line sucks, okay, the Raiders are not going anywhere. But I will say this as well. I like their new offensive line coach a hell of a lot more than Tom Cable.
Yeah, well, we shall see. But remember also that McDaniels come from a run-heavy type of philosophy with a lot of short passes. I think people have these dreams of some Ed Coryell type offense because of the names involved. And I think there's going to be some people, maybe even Adams, who's going to be disgruntled because he's used to a certain level of output. Because Aaron was basically had tunnel vision with Davante Adams. He didn't have much faith in the rest of the players over there. It's not going to be like that over here because surely Renfro and Waller are going to feel a certain way. Okay. So it's going to be real interesting. So don't book those Super Bowl flights just yet. Let us at least win a playoff game, as Derek Carr is the only kid left until 2014 outside of Matt Ryan and Aaron Rodgers. Those are only 3 quarterbacks who still have their job.
Oh, okay, okay. And again, Sharif, I pondered the question. I gave you some rebuttal as well. Hey, I want to thank you for being a consistent viewer. I appreciate you doing that. I appreciate all that you do. Like I said, your thoughts. I
Thank
appreciate your thoughts. Other people don't, but at least you're here, and that's why I give you the outlet for it. I want to make
and I thank you, Jack. And you know, I'm no better than anyone else, but the truth is the truth. We haven't done anything. Super Bowls are not won in March, and I'm glad you're sounding better. You're looking better, and to give you some tough love medicine. Don't chase them, replace them. You're
yeah,
gonna be okay.
I'm going to do that, man. I appreciate it. Hey,
All
thanks.
right, bro.
Thanks again, Reef. You take care, brother. I look forward to seeing you out in the draft, bro.
Yes, yes. All right.
All right, take care. That's Black Thanos, Sharisa Allah Khan, which means that I did have Steve call in, and I apologize, Steve. Try to call in again. I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put that link back up again. We will never win a playoff game if you want there. Okay, well, like I said, here's the thing: we all have our opinions. But here's the thing: it doesn't matter what our opinions are. And by the way, if you're on Instagram, thank you for being here. Hi, IG. Go to YouTube. If you're on Facebook, and we shouldn't be on Facebook, come to YouTube. And thank you. And I'll put this up again. Hopefully, it's still there. If you want to give some love to the show with a donation via super chat or super sticker, Vicky gave me $5 on super sticker here on YouTube. I like the Cash App or the friends and family on PayPal because I get all that. Super chat or super sticker, YouTube takes that nice big chunk out. So I wanna. Can I see your comments on Instagram? I was seeing comments on Instagram there, Ange, but I didn't see yours. Can I see comments on it? Yeah, I see a few comments on Instagram. But maybe it locked up because the last thing I had on Instagram was Raiders Fan Radio came on and I waved. So if you were on Instagram, I didn't see it. And we have 32 viewers, which is not a bad show. I would love that. Hammer was here, and thank you, Hammer, for being here. Hammer had 300 rolling through. 300. I love that. We would all love that. Hammer had 300 rolling through the house. And graphic, what, $1,000? Like 1,000? I'm not ever going to equate myself to Hammer, who has a great show, by the way, Hammer's House. Make sure you go to Hammer's House on YouTube. Graphic, I know y'all know who Graphic is. Doc CNT here on YouTube. But I want to build this. I want to get some more subscribers. And like I said, I want to make the 2,000. And then I'm going to try to do, when I get to 3,000, I'm giving away that Marcus Allen helmet. But I need folks to make sure that I see you, that I know you're subscribed. Yeah, I'm trying to. Looks like, yeah, I know. We're gonna have to postpone the party. And Ange and I, that's a 2180, who is Ange is a Buccaneers fan, and I will say Bucks fan. But we can't stand the princess. Can't stand. We were gonna go out and have a party when, I will say, TB12, the princess retired, and he came back. But Ange, this is not hate. This is not hate. But good night, Vicky. Vic. By the way, congratulate Vicky. She's got a new gig, and more power to Vicky. Thank you, Vicky, for being here. I love all the ladies that are here. I love all the dudes and guys and ladies and wenches and mates and crew. Love everybody. So I thank everybody. But thank you, Vicky. I know you gotta do what you gotta do as well. And I love everybody being here. Am I going to play in the football game? I might ref because if I play in the game, there's medical issues. I know you guys don't believe me, but I really do got a bad ticker. This time last year, like for Memorial Day, I just got out of a hospital after another angioplasty. So I get winded. Maybe I will do something for the football game. Maybe I can ref. But I'll do so. I'll be there, Valerie. I can't wait to that. Yeah, the princess needed a break. Yeah, I know the thoughts. Notre Dame is out. Okay, sorry about that, Jimmy Farrell. And Jimmy Farrell, I saw the third period on the Islanders Flyers game. It was great. It was a great game. Stinaday, don't keep but I've already had the double bypass and then the new stent. That was the stent that I had last year was in the artery. The artery? Yeah, the circumflex artery that was supposed to be bypassed like 13 years ago. How long was that? 2006, so it was like 13, 14 years ago. So they didn't bypass it, but I did have a stent last year. So again, I'm trying, folks. I'm trying. So, and I appreciate everybody giving me the positives. But stay away. Don't keep the Raiders away. Go Irish. And Ange is a Gator fan like I am, as well as an Irish fan. I appreciate everybody being here again. If you're on Facebook, please come over to YouTube. Is that really true? Oh, we got 35 watching. That's not bad. Please share, like, share, subscribe. We're about 250-ish away from 2,000 subscribers. I want to get to 2,000, obviously. I want to get to 3,000. But I appreciate everybody that watches because you're consistent. You're loyal. You're loyal. And I appreciate the loyalty because I see all the people that are here. And I know a lot of you. I know a lot of you personally. Or if I don't know you personally, I know you through the chats, and it's like we've been buds for a while. So I appreciate that. And Hammer is great. And Anna Diaz is Raider Mode is in here. Yeah, I'm trying to fight on. And I am smiling. A bit more tonight. It's a process, folks. It's a process. Bugsy, thanks for being 100% as well. And again, there are Raider content, folks, and I try to be the and again, I will give you breaking news when I know breaking news. The problem is that I'm not here doing this all the time because I work. And I'm not saying that Graphic, that's his job. Love Graphic. And was it Willie? Because that's their gig, man. That is their job. Their job is YouTube. Love that. Oh, okay. We got Jesse Marquez. So it looks like Jesse's going to be our last participant on the show tonight because we got about 10 minutes, maybe at least. Jesse, how you doing tonight, brother? What's going on?
I'm doing good, Captain. Doing good.
Good to see you, man. What's the latest up in your life, bro?
Just doing my thing. You know what I do, Captain.
Yeah. Well, and we appreciate that, man. And so it's been a while. So catch us up now. But before we do the catch up, first thoughts are, again, other than we're going to the Super Bowl. Nah, that's not. hey, let's not put the cart before the donkey horse. Okay,
Let's be realistic.
let's play.
Be
Let's play some games because we are in the toughest division in football.
We are, and there's a lot of great moves being made by the AFC West. Very, very surprisingly, also by the Raiders, because the two new heads of the team, the new head coach and the new GM, they're coming from a system where they really didn't make any real big moves during free agency.
Mm-hmm.
So it's surprising seeing them make big moves. I like the pickup of Davante Adams, but I think we should be looking at more of offensive line
Yes,
to protect Carr.
exactly.
We have a lot of weapons already as it is. In Renfro and I forgot who else.
Well, yeah, we got the Adams, we got Renfro, we got Edwards. So I think I think that Adams is going to take Edwards under his tutelage. And although Edwards is bigger than Adams, I think that he will learn from a polished receiver. And we really haven't had many polished receivers on our roster in however long. I think the last polished receiver that we had, and I'm not talking about Amari Cooper because I don't like Amari Cooper because he was dropsies. You know, he wasn't consistent. But the last polished receiver that we had was, I think, James Jones, who played for the Packers as well. Am I right there?
Yeah.
I mean, it might have been the other Packer cast off who was old and I can't remember his name, but they were polished. And I think that they'll take the polished receivers and they will tell Edwards, this is how you get better. And he's got all of the capabilities. He's got all the upside. He just needs to show it. So if you get Edwards to come out of that and do what I think he can be, then I will be ecstatic, because again, I was waiting to see was the compensation for the Davante Adams pick. I thought it was going to be a player or two. So the fact that we didn't have to give up a player, yeah, we gave up Browns 1 and 2, but the Raiders historically for the last several years have sucked in the first 2 rounds. But at least we know what we're getting for that pick.
Yeah.
But we need some. Yeah, Jordy Nelson. Thank you, numbers. The numbers. The Jordy Nelson. Yeah, he was polished. So we need to get the polish on these guys, and I think we'll be fine. And again, we got all those good backs, and Jordy Nelson. Thanks again, Armando de Valle. So it's and I know I don't want Trent Brown, but I want a good right tackle. We need to know what we got up front. We get that offensive line better, we will be able to write a ticket to the playoffs. If we have a strong offensive line, we will go to the playoffs, barring unforeseen injuries. That is the truth.
Yeah. Another thing sports related is the pickup of Freddie Freeman in the offseason for the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Yes, it was.
And that was another one that really, really surprised me.
And again, I like that for the Dodgers. There are so many candidates that are former MVPs on that team. There's at least 3 or 4. There's 3 or 4 most valuable players from previous years on that team that, the Dodgers should write their ticket to at least the NLCS. I foresee that. But remember, just because the Braves lost Freddie Freeman, who did they sign? They signed Matt Olson. And that's going to be, I think, been just as good of a pickup for the Braves. And it's going to be for somebody who's younger and has that same ability that Freddie Freeman has. So as a Phillies fan, I wasn't really happy with the Olsen signing because I was like, oh, good. Freddie Freeman's on the Dodgers. Great. Oh, crap. They picked up Olsen. So, it's great for the Dodgers. I still see the Dodgers obviously as the best team out west in the National League. The Padres always give them a good fight. The Giants are a decent team as well. So it's not a foregone conclusion, but I do like the chances of the Dodgers out west.
The Giants typically give us a run for our money.
Yes.
Not so much the Madres.
The Madres. Okay. I got you. But what are your thoughts? Oh, I got about a minute. What are your thoughts there? Do the Dodgers win over 100 games?
I think we do what we do, and we do go over that 100
win
mark.
Okay. Well, remember, I want to go to a Dodger game. I've never been out to Chavez Ravine. I'm looking when the schedule comes out. Tell me when the Phillies go out there so I can go to a Dodger game and wear my Phillies gear and have fun. Don't kill me, Dodger fans. I'm not, and I say that somewhat facetiously, but not really. Okay. Just because I'm wearing Phillies gear and I'm an old man, I don't want to be beat the F up because I'm wearing Phillies gear. I want to go to a Dodger game and see the Phillies play the Dodgers. So we'll see that.
Hey, Captain, you will be very protected at the Dodgers game. If you let me know if you go to the Dodger Stadium, I have a few friends that will be out there to greet you. I got a few friends. I'm actually close personal friends with Mariachi Loco, who is a avid Dodgers fan, but as well as he's also a Raiders fan.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that there, Jesse. I'm about 3 minutes out from the hard break. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you up on the next time we get there. And remember, share, like, and get the word out.
Sir, yes, sir.
All right. Take care, shipmate.
You too, Captain.
Arg, you bastard. There you go. That's Raider Mode, Jesse Marquez on the line, and great having him here. Good to see everybody. I do got to do the hard break again. Thank you for being here. Share, like, share, get the word out. Well, I want to, like I said, give me to 2,000 subscribers. And hey, subscribers are nice, but I appreciate all the people that watch. I appreciate all the people that watch because y'all are consistent to watching and listening. And I thank you for that. You don't just pop in and bust out. You actually watch. Thanks again, folks. We'll see you on Tuesday for a Chronicles show, Chronicles of the Black Hole. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to Chronicles of the Black Hole, please do that as well. Okay? Take care, everybody. We'll see you on Tuesday night.